you wanna show them a world class matchup? You can play
Oh,
Carl and Minato. I can play Remiliss.
sure. Oh gosh. Heads or tails? I think my Carl does a better chance against your Remy. So I at least have mix-ups that you have to respect.
I don't know.
Then again, Minato also has mix-ups, so you have
I
to
was gonna say I
respect.
kind of feel like Minato does better in general, but who's to say, right?
Well, we've got time. We've
Yeah.
got an audience.
Do you want references?
Oh nah.
All right. All right. The fight we didn't get to see at Worlds. We'll see it here.
Heads or tails?
Tails.
Tails
Yeah,
it
I
is.
go first. Mulligan 3.
I will mulligan 1. Interesting. Oh.
Light.
Declined. Oh, hold on, let me draw after the first one.
Fair.
My own light.
Declined.
Rude. Declined.
Well, fine then.
Move 1.
Crap.
Strike.
1, 2, 3. Tendrils.
Cool.
Worth it. Take 2. Wait. No, 5 minus 4 is 1. Sorry. Take 1. Then I take 3 minus 2 is 1. And you draw a card.
Yep.
All the hard maths today. Oh, and I'm supposed
to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oop. Yep, very good. Alright, prep.
Whoa. That was. Oh, yeah, right. That was my strike.
It was your strike.
Ground 0? What is this here?
Well, let's hang tight, because I'm in engineer destruction. Did you already draw?
Alright. I did, yes. Play by
okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I'm keeping all 4 of these. It's just, you know, ultras, special.
Keeping crosses against Carl, I can't.
I know, shock, right?
Why?
It's the most unreasonable thing. Alright, I will draw for end of turn, and then I will discard down to 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh, 6.
That card in hand better be real good for you to take it over Vent.
It's a good card. Oh, this should be in discard. Actually, let me think. I started discarding these after. This should be down. This should be on top.
It's very relevant.
I keep Ben.
Noted.
Alright, my entire hand is face up.
EX.
Well, there's only one correct response to this. 1, 2, 3, wild swing.
Bold.
Yeah. Alright, I take 2, I'm stunned. Also, I discard a normal, so there's my other cross.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah, this is fine. Prep.
Strike.
Do I believe that that is another fast attack, or do I believe that is a slow attack? I think elbow's pretty fair, but then you're down both elbows. Still, I'll filter. Hit for 2, stun.
Yes. Frustrating.
Let's get you away. Oh, I guess to clarify. Okay, I have some gauge now, so I'll use this.
I will prep.
Let's transform the second piece of the puzzle.
Oh, great.
And then draw.
I'll prep again.
I will prep.
I will...
Yes. Blue in chat observes, light tech, light tech, tech. I'm like, yes, this is a very common dance.
Strike.
Okay. So I have a decision to make. Assault is like the most sensible thing. Oh, it can't be assault. It literally can't be assault. And your assault like is down. Well, that's super interesting. No dives, no assaults. That's super interesting. Huh. I don't do this very often.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So I draw 2. Draw... 1.
I take 2.
4 minus 2 equals 2. Yep. Burn that extra. Oh, and sorry, then I spend a gauge to bounce this. Not this.
That. Did you discard at random on hit?
Not at random.
Oh.
I discarded for mine. Now you need to burn one of mine.
I have a tiger. I have a tiger. Let's do this. Nuclear option. Damn.
Nope.
Close enough. So that was me on that.
And... Oh, sorry. And 7.
Yes.
Well, 6, actually.
6, yes.
Alright. Nuclear option.
Give me a focus.
Well, dang. Elbow?
Get elbowed.
So it goes. Another nuclear option?
I can't believe I'm doing this. I will power short for a sweep.
Oh, yikes.
Draw a card.
Fair. Strike.
You know what's the only thing more fun than winning games? Throwing games.
I didn't think you'd play it. Alright, I take 9. That's twice now you caught me on that.
Profoundly unwise, my friend.
Yep.
Spike boost.
Bounce 0.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go. Oh, hand.
Oh, hey, hand is no. Wow, sorry. Didn't even.
0/0 tendrils block assault. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Then I am going to boost investigate. Just discard one of those at random. And
Alright, pull 1. Not a special.
oh, nice. Good dodge.
Fight me. You actually got this pretty manageable. You've got 2 armor, 3 guard, but, you know.
I'm just gonna not take 1,000,000 and just take
Alright.
less than 1,000,000.
So, I take 2.
You take 2, I retreat 1. You
5
hit.
minus 2 is 3.
Yeah, that looks right. And you pull me back 1. This gets discarded.
Your turn.
A wild swing.
And in deck, I'll take my chances. Block.
Come on, elbow.
Nope.
And take it.
Let's throw this back.
Actually, I'll toss you in the corner. Enjoy the corner.
No problem.
Lovely corner. Oh no! Oh no!
This is in hand.
I will prepare.
Are you prepared? I don't think you are.
I don't think any of us are prepared.
Alright, change cards.
Okay. Oh, sure. Let's investigate again.
Jeez. All right. Full one. Not a special.
Oh, order matters, sorry.
Order does matter, actually, yeah.
And I draw.
Light.
Prepare.
Fierce.
Parry, you're on 0.
I think I'm not dropping.
Toxic Napalm, Irradiate, and Focus. That's a set of cards. Draw 1.
All right. Okay, so 3, 6, 7 in total. Gosh, I could live with those odds. Oh my gosh. But if you have that, no, that's actually fine. 'Cause then, yeah, let's do this the fun way. All right, Tendrils Radiate Stream.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, come on, hands. Stop. Cross.
Tendrils, Irradiate, Stream. The Tendrils is EX.
So if
And
you
you
radiate.
And the Irradiate is EX, and the Cross and Stream is EX. So, you miss.
Okay.
So if it's Tendrils, you fly off into the universe.
No. I end
Oh,
up
you
here.
zip zap zip. You Lucia.
Yeah, I lose you.
And are you? Oh, you're light boosted. Oh, that makes pretty much everything here good, doesn't it?
Yes.
Tendrils is 7.
Tendrils is 7.
Tendrils is a 7 guaranteed auto evade. So you probably played that, unless you were going for the Irradiate Dream. But I also think you might want to go for like the million power Napalm, which is not EX. So I'm gonna fall into it with the elbow.
I totally was going for the dream.
Well,
Right.
get elbowed.
That's fair.
I am going to reshuffle.
I'm good. Alright, I'm gonna dig for some cards. I'll keep them all. What have I got to lose?
The game.
Yes, but, you know, other than that. Oh my gosh, you have the focus!
I'm
Well,
gonna
what are you
read that
naming?
cross.
What are you naming? Okay, you're naming Cross?
Yeah.
Alright. I can't de-exit, so sadly I don't survive. Actually I wouldn't even then, would I? No, I wouldn't. Oh, goodness. You drew the focus. That's fine. I don't care. I made an
Yeah.
absurdly greedy play. It was great.
Hey, 1 out of 24 top deck focus. Easy. Just do that every time.
Yeah, absolutely. That's how you win games.
It's like they say, just block the mix-up. It's easy.
Yeah, just play the right card every time. It's fine. Oh man. Let's see. My Remiliss.
I was gonna say, you were at Gen Con, so I imagine, and I know you're not even necessarily a big digital fighting game fan, so you didn't see any of EVO.
No, I've seen like a couple of the things that were posted on Level 99 Discord stuff, like, you know, because Level 99 was at EVO and also Gen Con.
Right.
So I've seen stuff secondhand. I wasn't there at EVO. I saw you freaking out about stuff.
Oh, I'm screaming my head off. I mean, there's a new Guilty Gear coming out. That's all I needed to know. But and also just the hints of things we might get, which I will say nothing of.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a clip that I should show you at some point of the Dragon Ball FighterZ, which is an incredibly offense-heavy game, and the best player in the world basically blocking for a solid 10 seconds of incredibly high-speed gameplay. And it's just, this is what it looks like to guess right that many times in a row.
Nice.
And it's just...
a thing of beauty. Nice.
So, do you want to...
well, let's see. Properly speaking,
You should You should change.
I would. Well, I have the option, and honestly, I don't change here because I think Remiliss has the best shot. Guile is good, but Imogene gets destroyed. So I think I run Remiliss actually.
All right.
You go to it again?
Sure.
All right. So my choice. I'll go first again.
Okay.
I will throw this hand away and get a new one.
What do I want to do with this hand? What do I want to do with this hand? This is such a hand. Blah, 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 blah. I think I tossed this, which is insane, but here we are. Oh, I just put it back and then drew it. Yeah.
Wait, you're supposed to. Ah, well.
Yeah, I realize.
It's okay.
That's fine.
The math maneuver.
Yeah.
Okay. Light.
Card I ordinarily love so much is so dead in this matchup.
Yeah, 100%.
Move one.
Okay. Prep.
More incredibly weird plays here. Investigate.
Pull a card. Not a special.
Not a special, but I'll take it.
Good value. I believe you already drew?
Yep.
Authorized force.
Hit it. Rude.
Mm-hmm.
Strike.
One card?
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe it's your speed 6.
Well, got you this time.
I take one.
Discard
a
discard a normal? Yes.
Okay.
Whew.
Prep.
Same.
Prep.
Light.
Light.
Naming.
No, Blue, the reason I parried authorized was because of certain EX attacks that I was concerned about.
Naming Spike.
Okay, so no info, reading whiffs, one card. I think Power Short is likelier than Elbow here. Power Short is 5 defense. Could also be Assault. Non-EX ground 0.
Curses.
7. I don't stun you. You hit me first, actually.
I hit you first. That's the problem.
That's great.
Then I lose all my armor.
Yes, you take 7.
Yeah, I do. I take 6.
Why?
No, I do take 7.
Yeah, all your armor.
Because yeah, all armor is all armor.
Yeah, beating C&D does not happen often. I'll take it.
Oh, I gotta play Trixie.
Yep. Okay. Well, you've seen a bunch of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna prep and then discard. Okay. This should be 1, 2, 4, 5. Yeah, 6, 7.
Cool. Grasp.
I mean, sure. Let's see. What's the correct way to do this? I think, for the sake of tempo, I do it this way. Let me count to my discard pile. Yes, I do this. EX Grasp. Yep.
The short.
So, hit for 2. I take 6. Reclamation.
for the option back in your hand. All right.
I like having options. What can I say?
I'll prep.
Boost.
Guard.
Okay. Vents and consumption are known.
What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? It's an EX. You play it at range 1. It could just be tendrils to get it out at speed 5, which is pretty good. I think whatever this is, I choose to not respect it.
That is fine by me.
Oof.
So I will take the 2.
I will
You
put you
take
right
4
there.
after armor. I will get gauge, and then I will spend. Which gauge do I want to spend? This it's actually non-trivial. I spend the grasp to recall, and then the actual attack goes to gauge.
Okay.
Okay, that was my strike, so yours.
Let's go.
We in business now, friends. Alright. Spending 1, 2, 3. It is not nuclear option, notably. Strike.
What the devil is that? Oh my gosh, now you've got me kerjangled.
Working as intended.
I feel like this is just cross. But you do have me genuinely kerjangled. You also have a massive amount of gauge, and consumption is theoretically an option that you would go for.
Nope.
Nope, both in discards?
No, 3 gauge. It costs 4.
Oh. Ah, so it is. So it's neither nuclear option. It's a single card. It can't be a sweep, because you don't have any. Can't be a dive, because you don't have any. Could be single tendrils. You spend a palm to set up the second. I don't think so either. I don't think it's the second 0. So I think it's something evasive, so I think I just wild swing. Because my grasps are down. So
Absolutely
you
probably
right.
so take 4. Oh, okay. Take 4, and
yep.
I back up. Now I have 4 gauge. Alright, your turn.
Cool. Prep.
I'm not going to be playing this, though, because I want to have both nukes back in hands.
Sounds good. I will prep again.
Consumption.
You saw nothing.
I actually didn't see anything. EX back?
EX.
Okay, well, dive is the only play that makes sense. So that's 6, 8 power. I mean, that's fine with me.
Ah. Oh.
Yep. So 8 over 3 is 5. You take 4.
I take back.
I draw a card. I get gauge.
You do.
Next attack is EX.
So is mine.
I love it. Alright. Well, you know, if it's elbow, it's elbow. If not, I'm good.
It is elbow.
Alright, I take 5. Burn that, burn that. Next attack is EX.
Prep.
Let's raise the stakes.
Why would you do that? That is super rude right there. All right. Well.
Oh, you hit with the dive.
Oh, I certainly did. And that is super relevant. My interests in life.
Yep. Thanks, Vicky.
So fierce.
Alright. Strike.
So is this the grasp to throw me across the world? I feel like
the ground 0 to deal 14.
No, I think this is the grasp to throw me across the world. And my EX grasp is 7. And my EX grasp is on the table. I feel like you played safe here, so regrettably I block.
That's fine. 5 power.
I will discard this die from Cage. And take 1.
You don't have any foci for me to risk. Alright, change cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, drawing 6, and then end of turn. I want this deck.
Let me see what this is. Wow, that's some cards. You got some cards there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Fakey, lore-wise, Remiliss is actually an ancient weapon, essentially a weapon made to destroy gods, which was rediscovered by a secret society, which found a way to contain her. So the Enlightened Society is the mark that she bears on the arm of her armor. But yeah, she's essentially a nuclear weapon, but not technology-based. I drew
one last card, or?
Yeah, so I get an extra because of this.
Okay, and that's from the top of your new deck. I see.
Top of fresh deck, yes.
Very, very relevant to know. Thank you for letting me know.
Yep.
So both your nuclears are back in discard. Or back in your deck.
I was going to say deck, yeah.
Yes. I will prep.
I will boost light, or defend, rather.
Okay.
I'm used to boosting light.
I will parry grasp.
Okay. I will boost defend.
Okay. I will... Seven is a number.
Mm-hmm.
I will strike.
Neat. Canopy dive. No. So I think I just play tendrils and don't care about anything. Yeah, so I take 5, 6, 7 over 2 is 5.
Mm-hmm.
You take 3.
Zip, zip, yeah. 1, 2, 3.
I choose to transform my attack.
I will... I will reshuffle.
I'm good. Now, do you draw the reading? Light?
Parry block.
Pretty good. Spike.
I think I have but one choice, and that is play that, because I miss.
Take 3, but you live. You do have Headlong Run, that's a pity. Alright, 2 C and the elbow.
I take 3, go to 1.
Yep.
Yeah, I have to. In I go.
Aftershock.
What did you return?
So drop her end of turn. Both copies across.
Okay.
So do you have to boost elbow? Or you can
I
do
boost
that.
light.
Alright, and it's chicken, right? So actually I can make a choice here, right? Like, what do I think the odds are? Because I can play the EX Cross, I lose to EX Assault or Grasp. Do I think you have Grasp? Fight me.
Now, I want to point out, I do have the assault, but there's one other card you forgot that you lose to.
Autonomic? No.
Autonomic.
I was aware of that. Actually, you can play that and have an EX assault anyway.
Yes.
So how you beat me is at your choice.
but yeah, I drew both the answers.
There you go. That'll do. Well, this isn't an answer by itself. You need this, or an ultra. You need an ultra.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good game. Nice done.
Good game. Whew. Literally 0 to 1.
Yep. Well fought.
I mean, I do think that this is a matchup that isn't typically 50-50, but we are very much preying on each other's matchup knowledge.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So
yeah, the Mad versus D matchup is an interesting one, and it has a lot of baggage.
It's funny. I have a friend of mine. I have a friend of mine who I literally have played, I would say, double the matches of Guilty Gear, because I used to play them all through college and then all after college. So we're talking thousands of matches across multiple games, and we have mix-ups that only apply to each other that don't work against anyone else. So yeah. It's another thing that carries over to the digital.
Nice. Blue asked, what would we reckon the matchup is actually? I favor Carl, but not by a ton. Remiliss really likes her specials, because she likes the 3 with Transform specifically. The Radiate will never hit Carl, basically as a rule.
Well, it could hit into Coffee.
Yeah, but a sensible Carl does not play Coffee against Remiliss, ever.
As demonstrated.
That
card away every time.
Absolutely. Never play it. Normally it's a great card, but not against Remiliss, because it will never stun her. But yeah, I favor Carl because he gets a surprising amount of mileage off of his frontside UA against her. It's also what makes him super good against Cyrus, because Cyrus is another character who really likes to get mileage out of his specials rather than normals. It's not at all it's not at all an auto loss, is what I'm trying to say, for Remiliss, but I think I favor him a little bit.
I would say it is at most, and I think this would be an exaggeration, 6-4. I think it's closer to 5-5, 4-5 in the... Do you know what I mean when I say that?
I know what you mean. I have a hard time judging that. I have a hard time gauging that because I don't know.
So does everyone else who plays fighting games.
Okay, well, good. But I would agree it's definitely not very strongly in Carl's favor, but I do think it is slightly in Carl's favor.
From my side of the table, it's Swangy's real good.
Swangy is so good.
And Remiliss is one of those characters that can beat it, to contrast directly with Imogene.
Right. Imogene does not beat Swangy ever.
Yeah, her speeds line up really bad against Swangy, and so does Remiliss, except she has that option to make big bets. But the problem is when you commit 3 force to make a big bet against Carl and you lose, it
can very much be backbreaking.
Right, and you this is the elbow, I know it, I'm gonna play, EX ground 0 to outspeed it by 1, and it was just assault.
Yeah. Although you need EX ground 0 actually on defense loses to elbow.
Right.
But you're very good at EX elbow when you initiate.
Yeah, the point being is you have the option to beat it, which is something I always need to be aware of. But if I can ever make you misguess, I can capitalize, because the times you need to reload and the times I need to reload actually sync up very nicely.
Yep, it's true. As a note, there was a moment that I missed with a natural EX Radiate. I think that is the moment that I lost that game.
Yes, you bet it was not Disarming Strike, and you were incorrect.
Yep, and I think that straight up lost me that game. And I'm very, very proud of bringing it back as close as I did, because that was way more devastating than it probably looks when that kind of thing happens.
EX Irradiate has been betraying you, this set.
Yeah, it has. I don't know. I don't know if I can say I should have known better. That it's one of those things that I just called the mix-up wrong, and that's life.
The version of the game where you have that, and that ground 0 that you landed is now threatening EX for the rest of the game, which I think that's where the matchup turns. Is actually weirdly less on tendrils and more on irradiate.
Yes, this is not actually a Tendrils matchup. Tendrils is always good, don't get me wrong. But
Right.
in some matchups, it defines the entire matchup, and in this one, it doesn't all that much. In this one, the Irradiate Transform is much more important. Because not having to spend the resources, obviously based, like, what Matt just said, like, she heavily commits resources, and if she calls wrong, or if Carl calls her out, it can be devastating. But being able to threaten the things that are in her gauge, which are usually going to be the kind of like fast, reliable things, grasp, cross, assaults, that Carl doesn't want to have to deal with anyway. Like, that is way more efficient for her, and way better for her in this matchup. So it's like, this hitting play is a lot better than this hitting play, even though Tendrils is still super good. And then, of course, Ground Zero just has a decorative transform. It's not true. It's really good. It's just, it's by far the least important transform, because the attack is amazing.
Yeah, it is, and especially in this matchup, when that's EX, that's... Ugh, yeah. I don't like it.
Like, you stun Carl's sweep, which not many things do that. You actually don't stun his focus still, because friggin' Carl. But, you know,
what?
Some things we just have to go home with happy. It's fine.
One armor creates lots of breakpoints. Film at 11.
It really does. And Remiliss cares an awful lot about 1 point breakpoint differences with range, with speed, with power, with armor, with guard. All across the board, Remiliss does a lot of very fine math. And Carl makes that math much harder for her to be safe with.
I think that's actually, I didn't touch on this, but this is something I say a lot about Carl's strategy, is the fact that Carl can bust out an EX and still have that EX live as a threat in the subsequent turn. An EX normal, at least, is something no other character, well, Remiliss can do.
I was about to say other than Remiliss.
Right, but a lot of the times Remiliss can stand and look at a situation and be like, well, that can't be EX dive, so I win.
Yeah, he counters that strength of her, or rather, he doesn't counter it, but he has the same ability she does in that respect, which means that, like the way Remiliss just guarantees winning strikes in many other matchups, she can't do against Carl, which is...
He's parking in her space.
Painful. He is! Green robot. Gosh.
It's okay, it's police business.
Oh. Hey, private detective. At least later.
Yeah.
Blue, how do we think Ken Carl goes? Favor Carl, except...
I don't know. Axe Kick exists. Tatsu exists. They're both real good.
Tatsu is meh against Carl, I think. Because it's only speed 3, so a lot of things Carl likes to play will beat it.
I mean, it's funny, Axe Kick doesn't hold. Again, Axe Kick breaks power short, because it breaks the armor.
Yes.
I think it's one of those matchups where Carl wants to win early gauge, exceed, and then just trade up.
Yeah. Play sweeps, play assaults, just trade a lot. I actually think the Ryu matchup is worse for Carl, because Ryu has much more consistent access to ignore armor than Ken does. And Ryu can also make distance.
And one hole.
Yes. 1-inch punch is a good card, for the record.
I mean, you can call it out with swinging. It's only speed 3, but
that's true.
I think that's the biggest quote unquote weakness of the Ryu Carl matchup is Carl can still get in Ryu's face, and if he does, he just plays elbow, and Ryu just kind of has to take it.
Nothing Ryu has actually beats elbow that I can think of.
Yeah, it crushes Donkey, it crunches 1-inch, crushes Tatsu.
Yeah, he can trades
with Shoryu.
Which is like, okay, but yeah. EX elbow doesn't even lose to Metsu Shoryu, which is just hilarious to think about. That should not be a relevant consideration in most games, but if it is relevant, it's really funny. Yeah, at range 1, Ryu is an interestingly shaped character. Well, that's Ryu in a nutshell, though. At every range, he has a lot of different properties, which is really, really cool.